What's up, everyone? It's episode 60 of the You Might Be Surprised podcast. Ow, gosh, another LaCroix or another Polar, another podcast. Hey, Polar, still waiting for that sponsorship. Hey, Polar, still waiting for the sponsorship. You know, every podcast, I'm going to say this, every podcast I drink a Polar. You know, I like sparkling water, and Polar's the shit because if you go to Costco, you get 32 of them for like $8. Fuck you, LaCroix. It's not sponsored by Polar, but it goddamn should be. What is up, everyone? It is episode 60 of the You Might Be Surprised podcast. And I hope everyone is doing well. You know, I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm recording this on Sunday, and I hate recording podcasts on Sunday because then I release my podcast every Monday. So recording on Sunday is just like I have to record, edit, and do all that jazz. And then it's just like it's game time. It's clutch time. It's like if I fuck up, then there's no podcast. And then I'm just like, damn, I am not trying, but I am trying. I most certainly am trying because I'm the best that ever fucking to do it. Welcome back to the most number one uprising podcast in the world. You might be surprised, dude. I need to get myself a rapper laugh. You know how Wiz Khalifa, like in all of his songs, he's like, and get high. And Wiz Khalifa and I smoke weed 24/7. I need one of those for my podcast, or Logic. Every single time, like in one of his like songs, or like I think in a lot of his songs, he has like a robot voice. Like it's going into the song, it's like hitting the beat. It's like doing this shit. It's like hip hop. You're now listening to hip hop. And we're like, yeah, no shit, Logic. We know we're listening to hip hop. You're Logic. We know what you do, right? Oh, dude. Yeah, man. I don't know if my sounds are working. So I don't know if that even made sense. I tested it out and it was working, but I never know. You know, I'm 60 episodes into this podcast and I'm like, dude, I still have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm doing it. You know? I feel like that's just life. You don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you're doing it. I just want to say shout out to everyone that's been listening to the podcast. Dude, France, what's up? Hey, I have a shit ton of listeners in France, which just blows my mind, and Columbus, Ohio. Most of my listeners are in Columbus, Ohio, or France. That's crazy. So if anyone from Ohio that listens, and anyone from France that listens and wants to come on this podcast, dude, you can come on the podcast. Hey, Columbus, dude, I will drive out there and we could do a podcast. And France, dude, I mean, if someone wants to sponsor this and fly me out to France so I could have a podcast with one of my listeners from France, dude, I'll happily do it. But that's quite costly, and with COVID and shit that's happening, I don't know. You know? I don't know what's gonna happen. But I'm just saying, if any of you guys want to come on this podcast, dude, just tweet at me, YMBS_Chris. And while you guys are tweeting at me, make sure you guys hit your sledgehammers on that subscribe button and freaking use a hatchet and cut some wood on that like button. Yeah, man, episode 60. Every single time I start on these podcasts, I feel like I say this every podcast. At least I've been saying for the past like 40 fucking podcasts, or maybe like the last 3. But I don't know how to start podcasts. It's like going and like building up the confidence to talk to a girl. Talking to a girl at a bar is simple, right? But you have to build up the confidence. It's always that first move. Like, what the fuck are you going to say to them that makes them be like, wow, I want to go home with that guy later, right? It's like, what's that opening line? It's the opening line that's just like, that's just everything. And if you screw that up, you might as well just kiss that opportunity goodbye. Go to the bartender and say, hey, I need 3 shots of tequila. And he's like, why do you need 3? You're the only one here. And then that's when you say, that's the point. I'm depressed. I needed 3 shots of tequila because the girl over there said no to me. And now I'm just reminding myself that I'm a loser. You know? It's like that first 2 minutes of the podcast. I have no idea what the fuck I have no idea. I'm like, welcome back. Hey, hit your car on that like button. And then it's just like, let me go into talking about Joe Biden. Let me talk about Wiz Khalifa and his stupid ass laugh. Yeah, man. Before I get into what I want to talk about, I tried, if you listened to last podcast, I was like, dude, I'm going to start live streaming my podcast. And that was a fucking disaster. I can't, at least right now, I can't live stream my podcast because I pay way too much attention to chat and I don't try as hard. Like, I'm not in the zone. Like, I have that fucking speech. I have a routine down on how I like to record this podcast. I give myself a polar. I sit down. I write down what I'm going to talk about again, so I have it fresh in my head. And then like doing it live, I stumble over my words. And I'm sure some of you are like, Chris, that's how everyone starts out. Yeah, but I'm already like not doing well in this podcast game, and I've been doing it for a year. So I feel like doing live streams just sets me back to 0 again. And I'm not trying to have that. I'm trying to fucking blast off like Jeff Bezos and his rocket ship, dude, and go to space for about 30 seconds and then come back down. I want my 30 seconds of fame and then just fucking come back down. I want to get the bag and come back down. I want to get the bag. I'm going to get the bag. I'm getting the bag, right? Bag achieved. I go into space for about 30 seconds. That 30 seconds is about like 6 years of actual quality podcasting, and then back down. Everyone's like, what the fuck happened to that guy? He was like the most popular guy in the world. I'm like, I made it, bounced, and now I'm sipping margaritas in fucking France, dude. I don't even know what alcohol they drink in France, but I'm sure they have margaritas over there. And I'm sipping on margaritas with a fucking a piece of bread, a baguette, and yeah, dude, I'm just living fucking life. Speaking of life, I know the meaning of life. I actually know the meaning of life, and how I know it is from last night, dude. So, story time with Chris, or story time with Rob. Who the fuck's Rob? It's my alter ego. Story time, dude. The meaning of life is doing things last minute, expecting them to not be good, and then turning out to be fan-fucking-tastic. And that's what happened to me and my friend last night. Dude, I live in the Milwaukee area, right? Shout out to Milwaukee. Shout out to the Bucks. The city shit. But anyway, that's not the point. Dude, I didn't know that Joe Rogan was touring, and I didn't know that he was coming to Milwaukee. And I see a post, and it's like, hey, Joe Rogan's in Milwaukee. I'm like, oh, shit. Joe Rogan's in Milwaukee? The godfather of podcasting? The godfather of the pioneer of comedy? Not even the pioneer of comedy. I would say he's the new age Tonight Show. He just pushes comedy and like tries to let everyone know that comedy's just not shit, right? It's like it's an art form, and he pushes it. And now everyone and their mom wants to be Joe Rogan. So I was like, damn, I should go to it. But in the back of my head, I was like, I didn't really enjoy his last 2 specials on Netflix. It just wasn't for me. He just talks about getting high a lot, and like that's like his podcast, that's his comedy, and which is fine. People enjoy it, and I enjoy it too. But it's just not something that I would want to pay for. The tickets were kind of cheap, so I called my friend, and my friend literally just landed from Arizona. He was on vacation. I texted him at 5:00. His plane landed at 5:10, and I was like, dude, we should go see Joe Rogan. And he said the same thing. He was like, I don't think his comedy's that good, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, dude, but it's Joe Rogan. So we were going back and forth. And it's like 5:55. The show starts at 8. And we're like, dude, let's let fate decide. I was like, should we flip a coin? Heads we go, tails we don't. And he was like, yes. Dude, I flipped that coin and it landed on heads. And I couldn't be more ecstatic. And I couldn't be more hyped. And I was like, dude, it's heads. Let's go. And he was like, all right, fuck it. We bought the tickets, dude. We were there. And it was an experience, dude. It was so good. It was my first actual comedy show. Not these bullshit open mics that I've gone to where I did comedy at once. Dude, it was an actual show. And it blew my mind that one person can bring all these people together. Like when you go see a basketball game, like you expect it to be packed out because it's the fucking NBA. When you go to the NFL, you expect there to be a huge crowd because it's the NFL. Dude, Joe Rogan, granted, he's the number one podcaster in the world. Granted, he's been doing comedy for forever. But this one dude brought in like at least, there had to be, I don't even know how many people like the Pfizer holds, but dude, they're easily 10,000. Maybe not 10,000, but somewhere between 5 and 10. Somewhere between 5 and 10,000. Sold out, one person. I mean, he had his 2 openers, but like him himself, like it's crazy. And they did something really cool that I heard him talk about that I didn't think that he was actually going to do. He freaking made when you go in, you have to put your phone into like a magnetic case where it just shuts it and you can't get your phone out until after the show. Like you have to actually have someone unlock it for you so you can see your so you can actually go on your phone. So from like 7 to 11, I wasn't on my phone, and I actually had to sit down and talk to my friend and not look at my phone, and it was a breath of fresh air. Not only did I have a great time, but like I just wasn't on my phone and I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just thinking about the conversation I was having with my friend and then laughing. And it just changed my perspective on so many things of just like what is possible in life. Because dude, so the opener was originally from Milwaukee. She came out and did like 15, and that was super cool seeing someone actually make it from Milwaukee. I feel like not a lot of people make it unless you come there and play in the NBA. But like there's no one fucking famous from Milwaukee. Like I'm sure you could name like fucking Bob Saget or whoever. Some random person's like, oh, dude, this guy here created the cheese curd. Or this guy here, dude, created beer. The Miller Lite. Whatever the fuck. But like actually seeing somebody that likes making it and is doing something, is actually touring around the United States, chasing her dreams from the Milwaukee area, is just dope. Because you don't see that often, ever. So that was super cool. And it was, I wrote down her name. Laura Betts. She's from Milwaukee, and it was super cool. And then Tony Hinchcliffe was, so I went Laura Betts, Tony Hinchcliffe, and then Joe. And Tony was fucking fantastic. I was never like a complete fan of his. I just knew of him from Joe and like from like the whole LA comedy scene, but like actually seeing him perform, it was so good. I thought of the perfect way to describe Joe Rogan's comedy compared to his podcast. So if his podcast is like, that's his 9 to 5. So when he's on his podcast, he's working, and not saying that he can't say whatever the fuck he wants to say, but he can't really say whatever the fuck he wants to say. Like he has to hold some things back. And then his comedy is like hanging out with your boss after work at a bar, and your boss is just fucking just saying whatever the fuck is on his mind, making you laugh, and you know in the back of your head that he would never say that at work. That's the difference between Joe's podcast and his comedy. So that was just, and so the whole point of that story is the meaning of life is just to say fuck it and do things whenever you can, because it's either gonna suck and then you have a story to say because it sucks, or it's gonna be the greatest experience of your life and then you have a story to tell about that. Super fucking cool. Super hyped that I went. This shit was so dope. If anyone wants to go see Joe, if you're listening and you're like, dude, I don't know if I should go see Joe Rogan, like, fucking do it. It was fantastic. Me and my friends, me and my friend left, and like afterwards, the only thing we said was just
wow.
And we were like, wow, like it was just so good. Like it surprised me because I wasn't a huge fan of his comedy, but I'm a huge fan of him. And now I'm like a huge fan of his comedy. I'm like, fucking yes, dude. I'll pay and see it again. It was so cool. Anyways, dude. One of the things that he talked about, I'm not gonna say like any of his jokes, but like one of like the prefaces he was saying was like just COVID and masks and stuff. And that brings me to some other fucking thing that I thought of this week. Dude, what is going on with COVID? I don't think anybody knows really what the hell is happening. No one like there's no person like what's his face? CDC head. What the fuck is his name? No, not Robert R. Redfield. That's not who I'm talking about. What the hell is his name? Anthony Fauci. That dude. I don't think he even knows what the hell is going on, right? So let's rewind the clocks back to like March of 2020, right? March of 2020, everyone starts freaking the fuck out. We're like, oh my God, we're gonna die if we don't lock ourselves in, start wearing masks. Some people said, hey, wear 5 masks, make it so you're just about to suffocate, but you could still breathe, right? Dude, and then fast forward like 4 months later, they're like, hey, dude, it's not really like, it's bad, but it's not like bad. Like, it's just like a fucking common cold, right? But like, it's something to worry about. So we're like, okay, cool. We'll wear masks, right? Until this vaccine's done. Trump gets out of office. People storm the Capitol. Trump's out of office. And they're like, we didn't want to release this because Trump was in office. We're going to release it now that Joe Biden's in office. The fucking godfather. The man, the myth, the legend, the guy who doesn't know what the fuck he's saying 99% of the time, Joe Biden. He's in office now. We're like, cool, that this dude we can manipulate. We'll release the vaccine, right? They start pumping all of us with the vaccine, and I think we should all be vaccinated. I want this to be done. I'm not making fun of the vaccine at all. Dude, get vaccinated. Get the shit out of the way. And if you're not about the vaccination, that's fine too. Wear a mask, right? I'm not necessarily for the vaccine because I don't know what the fuck I put in my arm. I'm vaccinated. I don't know what the fuck it's going to do. I don't know if I'm going to get a fucking third arm. I don't know in 10 years I'm going to have cancer. I don't know if I just ended my life early because of this vaccine. But I'm willing to put my trust in the government and Fauci and scientists, fucking people who are 100 times smarter than me. Right? People that are 100 times smarter than me, I put my trust into them. Okay? And, dude, so that happens, right? And now they're like, hey, fuck masks. If you're vaccinated, you can do whatever the hell you want. Which is why I got vaccinated, because I'm young and I want to go to clubs selfishly, and I want to get drunk selfishly, and I want to travel selfishly, and I want to do shit because I'm on this earth once, and I'm not gonna fucking let just like I want to live my life. I'm 24. I need to go out and do shit, right? Hey, dude, what the fuck's going on now? Hey, question. What's going on now? There's a Delta variant? Okay, that's cool. All right? Diseases manipulate over time, right? We can go back. We can look at all the diseases. That's why we have to constantly get the fucking the flu shot. Dude, that's why we constantly have to get the flu shot, because it's manipulating. I think. I didn't research that. It just makes sense why you always have to you get that shit every year, and I never did, because fuck that. All right? So, what's going on? There's Delta, right? We know that there's a variant called Delta. Okay? All right? It's now ravaging this earth. Okay? Delta things are going higher, right? Okay, that makes sense. All right? So, now they're starting to make us put, like, we're inching going back to masks, which is fine. Dude, I will wear a mask if I have to. That's not what I'm upset or making my point about, because I'm not even upset about the thing. I just want to know what the fuck is going on, so I know. All right? What, like, it's just like, how come no one knows what's going on? We have the Delta. They said, hey, you have to wear masks. Cool. But it's just like, I feel like the government and the people who are behind this also have no idea what the fuck is going on. Which, that's the part that makes me freak out. Because if we have the scientists that have no idea what the fuck is going on, if we have Joe Biden, who people used to say that he was a lizard, or he's a fake president, he's ran by a computer, fine. I don't know what I believe, but I just know that the dude's an idiot when he talks. Not necessarily like he's an idiot, but like, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. So, what do? I saw this video, and this is when I took back, like, I was like, cool, Biden's in office. That's cool. Maybe he'll bring a breath of fresh air in, and then we can actually, like, figure out, like, everything. And I don't even give a fuck about politics. I'm 24. What I'm thinking about is, what bar am I going to next weekend, right? What can I talk about on my podcast that's going to be funny? I saw this video of Biden that this is also the reason why I know no one knows what the fuck is going on, is because this video got taken down and I can't find it fucking anywhere. There was a video of Biden where someone just said, in his latest press conference, they're like, Joe, Uncle Joey, you said like 2 months ago that if you're fully vaccinated, you no longer have to wear masks. And he looked at this guy and just said, I did not say that. He looked at him dead into the camera and was like, I did not say that. I did not say that at all. And yet, if you search up Joe Biden masks, he literally says, there's videos of him saying, if you are wearing a mask, if you were vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. Right? I'm just like, what? Not only is big tech censoring that, because they took it down, and you can't find it anywhere, or I'm just a moron and I dreamt about this, right? So that's just like, that's a thing, I guess. And it's just like, no one knows what the hell's going on. No one knows what the hell's going on. And what I'm saying is I'm scared. That's the whole point of everything. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. I'm 24, dude. I'm 24. I'm thinking about, how can I text more girls? I'm thinking about, when can I get drunk next? I'm thinking about how can I make more money? I'm thinking about how can I push my podcast forward? I'm thinking about what trend can I hop on TikTok to get more people to see this beautiful face? I'm thinking about that I have to get a haircut tomorrow because I have a wedding next weekend. I'm not thinking about COVID. I'm not thinking about China. I'm not thinking about... Dude, I can't even sit down and read a news article because my brain is so messed up because of social media and me wanting quick, fast content that I can't even sit down and read a book. I can't even sit down and read a news article. I can't do any of that shit because my brain wants things quickly. I want 30-second videos of girls dancing on TikTok. I want 30-second videos of guys screaming at me, telling me I need to go to the gym. I want 30-second videos of freaking people making food. I want Mr. Dick Talk on TikTok. Have you guys seen that dude? Holy fuck. He talks about dicks on TikTok and he's a doctor. I'm like, wow, you can really do fucking anything on this freaking earth right now. And also, that's such a freaking fantastic name. Mr. Dick Talk on TikTok, dude. Oh my gosh. Have we... Oh, I need to pull this guy up, but let me finish this thought. I'm just scared and paranoid because no one knows what's actually happening. And that's what freaks me out. And that's the point of that 20-minute long rant of me acting like I was gonna fucking say some fucking politics shit, dude. No. All I'm saying is, your boy's scared. My Wiz Khalifa laugh. Dude, let me show you guys Dick Talk on TikTok. Mr. Dick Talk on TikTok. Mr. Dick Talk to Mr. Dr. Dick Talk. Wait, I think I liked one of his things. I did. Okay. Dude, this says... Hold on. So it's Dr. Dick Doc on TikTok. That's his username. Dick Doc on TikTok. Holy fuck. That was my fourth cup of coffee. Dude, Dick Doc on TikTok? Whoever came up with this idea, if this guy came up with this idea, dude, he is fantastic. Dude, his first video that I see is measuring a pickle. What? Measuring a pickle? Dick Talk on TikTok, dude? What in the... Let me find a video. Dude, this is 9.2 million views.
Dr. Ed Zimmerman, the Dick Doc on TikTok, talking about the differences between a grower and a shower. In a shower, the hydraulics are always just a little bit filled. In a
The hydraulics. The hydraulics?
In a grower, they're not filled at all. But when you do a half penis procedure, a grower becomes a shower. And when you fill them up, you get...
He's using a balloon to describe this. And when you fill it up, he blows it to the balloon to simulate an erection. Dude, you wonder why I talk about TikTok a lot on this podcast? It's because of this shit right here. TikTok is the greatest source of content I've ever seen. Dude, fuck Quentin Tarantino. Fuck Martin Scorsese. Fuck Chris, the guy that directed the Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan. Fuck that dude, right? We have TikTok on TikTok.
For all. This is the Dick Doc on TikTok, talking all about showers and growers.
Oh, dude, let's watch one more. Let's watch one more. That's amazing. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Dude, how many followers does this guy have? He has 1.8 million followers. Dude, he has a number. Should I call it? That'd be a podcast. Do I call that number and be like, "Hey, TikTok on TikTok, what's up?" Dude, I'm sure he's getting hundreds of phone calls. Sir, how do I grow? How do I please my woman? All right. Oh, a patient testimony, dude? What? Okay. I haven't seen this one. All right. Blind reaction to TikTok on TikTok. A testimony. I'm assuming it's a testimony of getting a dick procedure.
So you came here, you had a swell time. You unveiled him in the shower the next day. Did you recognize him?
It was the man I always knew I could be.
Indeed. So after a couple of weeks, COVID allowing and such, you were able to give him his debut. And how were the reviews?
Well, without sounding more proud than I should be, I think.
Without. This is a real thing, right? Like, I'm not faking this. This is actually on TikTok.
I think the rave reviews would be rave reviews is what I would say. I would say it's sort of like when you get a haircut, somebody says what's different about you. She knew exactly what was different about me.
Did he just compare getting a bigger dick to getting a haircut? I think he did. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Okay. But was able to take it all in stride, so to speak.
Gladly and happily.
And
Okay, if you're just listening, right, let me explain to you the guy. So he has, his face is blurred. But picture, I'm going to guess probably like a 45-year-old dad, right? Probably his wife was just like, "I'm going to leave you." So he went out and spent like $10,000 on a new dick. But just picture a guy when you're going to the grocery store who's going down the meat section trying to figure out if he wants to get chicken or burgers. And his kids are yelling at him. That's this guy right here.
that's what we do. We create happiness.
Did you just hear what he said? He creates happiness. Great. Everything fell under, all my cords fell after put those on after the podcast. Let me make sure I can still hear my sounds. But what?
Wow.
That's how I feel right there. We create happiness. If any of you guys wondered why I just always am bringing up TikToks, that's why. Because it's the greatest thing on earth. Dude, I'm going to bring in a new segment. I'm going to bring in a new segment. And I think it's going to be called it's a running name. Let me know if you guys can think of anything that it should be named that I'm not saying. But I think it's going to be named the biggest internet idiot of the week. Let me do that better. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to be introducing a new segment on this podcast. It's going to be called The Biggest Internet Idiot of the Week. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And, dude, I have a good one. I have a good one this week. Dude, do you ever, like, see something online and just wish you were there? Like, dude, like, you're, like, watching a football game, and it's, like, the Super Bowl, and, like, there's, like, a crazy play, and you're like, fuck, dude, I wish I was there. I wish I was there. Or, like, I don't know, you, like, see something online, and, like, you see this dude doing something crazy. Like, when David Blaine held on to the balloons and, like, went up to space or some shit like that, and then, like, fell down, and he had to, like, get the parachute before he, like, dropped down or something like that. Yeah, that. Like, you wish you were there to see that. Dude, I wish I was here to see this. What I'm about to show you is a girl who has daddy issues, and's at a frat party, and is being annoying.
In your house.
It is my house.
I'm sorry. Were you chopped on your head? Or
Oh, here.
it doesn't work in Boulder because guess what? I'm rich as fuck and
I'm rich as fuck.
you're obviously not compared to what you're wearing. But I'm rich as fuck and
Okay, picture this. If anyone that went to college, dude, it's a sorority girl that thinks she's like the hottest shit ever, and she's obviously not, and she has friends, but all of her friends talk shit about her behind her back. That's what this is.
it doesn't work in Boulder because guess what? I'm rich as fuck and you're obviously not compared to what you're wearing.
Oh. I bet that hurt that dude's heart. I'm rich as fuck, and you're obviously not compared to what you're wearing. Oh. Dude, I wish I could just, like, see this going down live, because I would be laughing my ass off, and I would have made this worse because I would have been laughing so hard. And I would have, as soon as she said, I'm rich as fuck and you're not, obviously because what you're wearing, I would have been like, dude, you're wearing a black shirt. Nothing special about that.
And I can sue you and you can't do shit about it.
And I could say, yeah, and obviously I can't do shit about it. Dude, what's up with everyone? I don't know if it's just because of just, like, something that has always happened at colleges, but I feel like the past 5 years we've just been seeing videos of just these ungrateful son of a bitches that just do stupid shit, and they're like, you can't do anything about me because I have rich parents and they can sue you. And they can sue you. Oh, Brad, don't touch me because my parents can sue you. Oh, dude.
Because you don't know my fucking last name, but I know goddamn well who you are.
You don't know my last name? Yeah? Oh, yeah? Oh, you don't think I know your last name? I could ask anyone here, and they would give me your last name. Hey, guy in the corner. Yeah, you. What's her last name? Oh, Johnson? How hard was that? Especially if it's a chick like this that's just making up, just making a huge scene for no reason.
Who am I? Tell me who I am.
You're ugly as fuck, that's who you are.
That's great.
Not only did she say she's rich as fuck, not only did she say, I can sue you. Dude, she hit him with the 3-piece at Wendy's. The 3 for 3? The all you can eat 3 for 3? Dude, she hit this dude with the
Goddamn well who you are.
Who am I? Who am I? Tell me who
You're
I am.
ugly as fuck, that's who.
she hit him with the 1, 2, 3. This dude's knocked out. This is done. This is done. I just wish I was, dude, this is the biggest idiot on the internet of the week, and I just wish I was there so I could experience this. I wish I was just there with popcorn and just fucking, as soon as she said, you're ugly as fuck, that's who you are, I would just fucking all over her. I would just start laughing. I would have said, hey, sign my shirt because you're going places.
That's crazy. Olivia, get the fuck out
Oh, he obviously knows her last name if she just called him by her first name.
of my house right
It's
now.
in your house.
It is my
I'm
house.
sorry. Were you chopped on your head? Or
She decided to hit him when he was down. I'm sorry, were you dropped on your head? Oh! Dude, here in the Midwest, you know what we would say after that? Ope. Ope. There's nothing else to say. Ope. Ope. Let's watch the whole thing.
it doesn't work in Boulder because guess what? I'm rich as fuck and you're obviously not compared to what you're wearing. And I can sue you and you can't do shit about it. Especially because you don't know my fucking last name. But I know goddamn well who you are.
Who am I? Who am I? Tell me who
You're
I am.
ugly as fuck, that's who you are.
That's crazy. Olivia, get the fuck out of my house right
This
now.
isn't your house.
It is my
I'm
house.
sorry. Were you chopped on your head? Or
Were you dropped on your head? There's nothing else. There's nothing else. This is the biggest idiot of the week on the internet. I don't even know what the fuck I'm calling this segment, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep bringing it, dude. I'm going to keep bringing it, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh. The dick talk on TikTok's talking again. Oh my gosh, man. The dick talk on TikTok, dude. Holy moly, dude. This I think this is like one of the longest podcasts that I have. Do I want to talk about this next thing or should I just end it? Should I just end it? Should I keep going? I could save this for next week's. Yeah, save it. All right, cool. Yeah, man. Episode 60 in the books, dude. It's crazy, dude. 60 episodes. That's the one thing I stay consistent with, and try to. It's the one thing that continues to put me out of my comfort zone. I started this whole thing because I want a podcast. I started solo because it's so hard to get someone to actually commit to a podcast and like, oh, dude, I'll do this every week with you and things like that. So I was like, fuck it, I'm doing this all by myself. And it's really like pushed me out of my comfort zone because like not only is it something for me to work on throughout the week, it's just like, how can I be funnier? How can I be quick, witty? And like the cool thing about podcasting is that not off the top of your dome, because like at least the way I do it, I have things that I want to talk about, but I have to be consistently good throughout the whole thing to keep someone to watch as long as I do this. It's not like I'm creating vlogs and like, okay, I'm gonna go get coffee and then I'm gonna call the girl that hands me the coffee a bitch, and then that's gonna be the vlog, and then I'm gonna say, ha, just kidding, it's a prank. It's not like that. It's like I have to actually put time and effort and figure this thing out. And just something about just talking. I think it's just because like I used to think that I couldn't talk because I have a speech impediment, and I have a stutter. So like for me, like this is just like this is like a big fuck you to me thinking that I couldn't do any of this. So yeah, man, episode 60 is in the books. I don't think there's gonna be a podcast next week, unless I can somehow put something out, but I have a wedding to go to. So maybe I'll just promote one of the podcasts I did with a guest or something like that, just so you guys can have something to watch and like things like that. But yeah, man, dude, episode 60. This is I love doing this, and I will start doing more than one episode, and I need to do something more. I'm gonna try to vlog, but like I don't fucking know what to vlog. It's like I go to work, I come home, and then I write. And I write it, and I like doing this, but I want to create more. I want to do more. So vlogging, but I think I put too much time, like, oh, if I'm not doing cinematic shots, if I'm not doing fucking cool things like that, no one's going to watch. But I think I'm just going to start vlogging, and like whatever I think of. My vlogs will be more just like off the dome and like not really planning things. So, yeah, man. Episode 60. I've been Chris. You've been beautiful. Don't forget to go out there and try something new, man. Do something cool. I say this every single time because I started this by trying something new, and you might be surprised what happens. This whole thing is it's called You Might Be Surprised, because the whole point of the show is you're clicking on this and you have no idea, like, what am I, like am I gonna be serious? Am I gonna be funny? Am I gonna be crying, laughing? But really, this whole show is like I'm gonna be surprised by what I can do. But anyways, try something new, guys. You might be surprised what happens. Peace. Peace. Peace.